A large infrastructure project worth $500 billion is coming to China, and Saudi Arabia is building a Red Sea new city in the desert. In this video, let us learn more about it. On October 24, 2017, Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced that he would spend $500 billion to build a new industrial and commercial city on the Red Sea connecting Jordan and Egypt. This new Red Sea city in Saudi Arabia is located in Tabuk province, Saudi Arabia, covering an area of 28,000 square kilometers. This area is equivalent to 33.5 New York's urban construction plans and is a small part of Saudi Arabia's reform. On that day, Salman announced that he would bring Saudi Arabia back to its original state and build a tolerant and moderate Islamic country that would treat people of all religions and traditions around the world with an open embrace. Behind Salman's words directed at global investors lies the country's anxiety about the development prospects of the post-oil era. Saudi Arabia has previously made a lot of wealth from its huge oil reserves. As the former global oil price setter, Saudi Arabia has ample confidence in preserving traditional religions and customs. However, with the rapid development of the U.S. shale gas industry and the global trend of getting rid of dependence on fossil energy, represented by China, the Saudis have begun to be wary of danger in times of peace. This land parcel, called NEOM, will raise $300 billion in construction funds from global investors on the basis of selling 5% of Saudi Aramco's shares in the future. NEOM is targeting the Red Sea area, which must pass through for 10% of the world's trade and transportation, and intends to use this prime strategic location to build a global economic port hub that specializes in biotechnology and advanced manufacturing and connects Europe, Asia, and Africa. As part of its efforts to transition away from oil, Saudi Arabia announced a tourism real estate project called the Red Sea Plan in August 2017. In the plan, this area will be turned into something similar to a special economic zone, and a relatively independent legal system and management mechanism will be established to attract visitors from all directions. In the Middle East, Dubai is leading the development transformation with its experience in building high-rise buildings in the desert to create a regional hub. But not all projects are so successful. Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, where Dubai is located, launched a project called the Masdar Project 10 years ago. It was designed to become a town of 50,000 people that relies 100% on clean energy. But to this day, there is still no breakthrough in development here. NEOM New City must prove that it is feasible to implement a large-scale regional planning project in Saudi Arabia. The country once spent $10 billion to open the King Abdullah Financial District in the capital Riyadh, but the investment environment here has been poor due to a more casual interpretation of investment laws. For several years, it was still a ghost town with an occupancy rate of less than 30%. Saudi Arabia wants to build an iconic green new city worth $500 billion, and many people want to get a share of the pie. However, the World Cup new city built by Chinese companies on the desert for Qatar has made Saudi Arabia set its sights on China. In Saudi Arabia's large-scale city-building movement, Chinese companies have played an important construction role. China's central state-owned construction enterprises also participated early in the process. China Railway 18th Bureau had already undertaken the construction of the Saudi North-South Railway CTW 200 project as early as April 2007. Saudi Arabia's first light rail project, the Makkah Light Rail Railway, was also built by a Chinese company with a value of $60 billion. China Railway 19th Bureau International Company signed a contract for the 91-kilometer renovation project of the Dammam-Riyadh section of the Saudi Railway Administration's Freight Line 2, worth approximately 190 million yuan. On April 23, 2021, China Harbour won the bid for the piling and foundation projects of Hotel No. 10, 11 and 12 in the Saudi Red Sea. The project duration is 500 days. The world's largest battery storage facility, the Red Sea New City Energy Storage Project, is jointly implemented by Shandong Power Construction Company No. 3, a subsidiary of China Power Construction Corporation and Huawei Digital Energy Technology Company, Limited. After the project is completed, the entire city's electricity will come entirely from new energy sources in the future. In February 2020, China National Chemical Corporation and Saudi Arabian Amin Company signed a housing construction project contract in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, with a total contract value of approximately 1.15 billion renminbi. This project is a housing construction project won by the Middle East company of China National Chemical Engineering Corporation and China Tianqin, involving 5 real estate and commercial complexes of Amin Company in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. At present, the construction market in Saudi Arabia is still very large. Putting aside the political system and atmosphere, and just talking about the economy, Saudi Arabia's future market prospects are very good. The participation of central state-owned enterprises in China's construction industry will also have great potential. It is worth mentioning that 2023 is the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative. Over the past 10 years, China has achieved significant results in cooperation with Arab countries and Central Asian countries. Among them, the reliability operation of the BESS energy storage system in the COV area of the Saudi Red Sea New City Energy Storage Project was successfully completed on July 27, 2023, marking the successful conclusion of the COV BESS UCA test. The goal of Red Sea New City is to become a low-carbon, green, large-scale urban complex that does not require oil. Therefore, the main energy sources are photovoltaic and energy storage. This is the world's largest energy storage project, with a power storage capacity of up to 1,300 megawatt-hours. China Power Construction EPC is responsible for the general contracting, and Huawei is responsible for the overall solution for new energy supply. So why did Saudi Arabia choose a Chinese company to contract the Red Sea New City? In addition to China being an infrastructure maniac, it is also because Chinese companies have a leading position in the field of clean energy. Saudi Arabia's 2030 vision is to reduce over-reliance on the oil economy and develop a diversified economy. So the first step in finding a way to achieve the energy transition is to move people away from the oil industry. The Red Sea New City project can bring 3,000 jobs to the local area and reduce carbon emissions by 3.12 million tons per year. Red Sea New City has designed 5 photovoltaic factories, all of which were constructed by Chinese enterprise teams. You can see in the factory area 4,068 rows of solar panels, which can generate enough electricity for 5,000 families for a day. This is the first time in the world that such a city with a population of 1 million needs to be provided with photovoltaics and energy storage to maintain energy operation. However, in the photovoltaic manufacturing industry, China ranks first in the world in terms of installed power generation capacity and power generation capacity, and its strength is sufficient. A special mention here is that Huawei has also solved the problem of high power supply costs for Saudi Arabia. In the Middle East, the cost of traditional power generation is 38 cents, and the system designed by Huawei costs less than 10 cents. Although Saudi Arabia has deep pockets, who would turn down a good deal? In addition, through the first China-Arab summit, China-Arab relations have made important historic progress. The summit is of great significance because the Gulf countries are looking to China as an indispensable partner. The relationship between the two parties is no longer limited to oil and money, but has developed in a more diversified direction, including trade, technical cooperation, and infrastructure construction. The economic interests between China and Saudi Arabia are obvious. Saudi Arabia is one of China's largest oil suppliers, and China is Saudi Arabia's largest trading partner. As a new generation of leaders comes to power, they examine the importance of China with new perspectives and ideas. At the same time, the relationship between the United States and Saudi Arabia continues to be tense, while the relationship between China and Saudi Arabia is completely different and full of mutual trust. It is worth mentioning that Egypt, across the border from Saudi Arabia, has also proposed a 2035 vision, hoping to increase the proportion of clean energy power generation to 40% by 2035. Saudi Arabia's Red Sea New City has proven the capabilities of Chinese companies, and Egypt will naturally not miss it, so it hopes to expand infrastructure projects with China. In fact, Egypt and China already have good examples of cooperation. In 2016, Egypt spent $45 billion to build New Cairo, its new capital, which was also built with the help of China. The contractor China State Construction Engineering Corporation has designed a landmark tower, with a height of 385.5 meters, which is also the tallest building in Africa. Many green and environmental protection concepts have been incorporated into it, such as thermal insulation systems and energy-saving curtain walls. Egypt insists on choosing China to build its new capital, and the reason can be traced back to 2012. At that time, China Railway Construction won the project of Takur Lusail Stadium, which was the main venue of this World Cup. This project also places great emphasis on environmental protection and energy conservation, using a large amount of recyclable materials. The lawn designed by the Chinese side uses the technology of desalination of seawater and rainwater collection and reuse, and is also combined with an intelligent water-saving sprinkler irrigation system, which saves 40% of fresh water resources compared with traditional planted lawns. From the Qatar Stadium to the new capital of Egypt and the new city in Saudi Arabia, these three mega projects prove that China's infrastructure capabilities and environmental protection concepts have already formed a demonstration effect in the Middle East. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.